Welcome, Ali, to episode 2 for Two Crows Podcast.
Jeez, get around yourself, man. Bit of energy, please.
Sorry.
Come on. Two Crows Podcast.
Crows?
Episode 2.
JLT
special edition.
JLT1.
JLT1. Well, JLT1's been done.
Yeah. Got up by 10 points, Ali, against the Freo Dockers, the Wolfies.
What? Yeah, Wolves. Freo Wolfies.
Yeah, no, they...
What? Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. I liked it a lot.
Did you see some things you liked?
I did. I liked a lot of things, Ali, especially ball movement.
Now, can I ask another thing? Are you already handing us like a JLT cup? Are you getting a tattoo based on one game? Some people are getting a bit overexcited.
I just need that JLT Community Series tattoo above
That's
my AFL Expo tattoo, Ali.
Your legs are going to be chock up before the ball's bounced
even
around.
Even the AFL Women's, that's even there as well.
Yeah.
I'll have them all up my
Chelsea
calf.
Randall will be the champion
player. I'll just start stamping myself.
I think you
with
should.
Crows accolades.
So JLT, yep, we know it's JLT. We're not going to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I want to have a look at some of the things you liked. Because you did like a bit. There were some things I really liked.
There was a lot of setups I really, really liked.
And let's talk about the size of the ground. So for people that didn't watch it or weren't aware...
It was bizarre.
Yeah, the size of the ground's quite different.
It compressed us and it became a contested game.
Yeah, but I think there's some players that didn't help. And you're not really going to play on that many types of ground like that,
Well, for starters, no. Well, SCG is probably more that type of ground, I would say. So that will prep us when we play Sydney at the SCG.
Yep.
But in saying
JLT round 1. We'll go, remember we played the Strath? We're going to beat Sydney.
Well, it just allows our players to adapt.
Yeah, that's
really. But one thing I noticed is, if you're going to play on a ground that size at Strathalbyn, you're not going to keep those big forwards because it just doesn't help. Because we were so compressed. And
True, no
the numbers were just flooding back. But there was just at one stage, I think I counted 15 Crows jumpers in Freo's forward 50. So in our defensive 50. So we were flooding numbers. But that was one thing I'm not going to ride Jenkins off, but that was one thing that I thought he could have been a little bit more.
Yeah, people have been on to his back already before the season
I told
starts.
you that
some of that's been us. Some's been us.
He was a bit insipid in the finals.
Yeah.
And I always, you look for players who stand up in big games, and Jenkins for mine didn't do it, Hallie.
Fair.
So he is my player that I will be watching very closely this year.
But you're actually being fair on him for JLT. Now, one thing I noticed, and it seems the rest of the world didn't, within the first couple minutes of the game, he actually tweaked his ankle and jumped up pretty damn high. It was in a contest, the ball was coming down, obviously, in the forward 50, and he turned really quickly, and his ankle either rolled or he got pushed, and he lifted his whole leg off the ground and winced in pain. Now, he went on with it, but he's had some ankle issues. Even in the off-season, he had some stuff.
We're having a lot of foot issues at the moment, I'm noticing.
Well, it's just different. Look at the way we play. Look at the speed.
Speed of ball movement and speed of the players.
Yes.
It's an impressive system, and as I said via Twitter the other night, I said what really impresses me with Adelaide is how we're purely driven by system.
Explain that for the lay person.
Basically, we had 10 of our grand final team out, so therefore we had players that were able to come in and adapt to our style. So that is a credit to the coaching staff, Don Pike, on being able to educate our players to really adapt when they have to come in and play a certain role.
So you're talking about now, because we've finally got an SANFL team, we're actually be able to keep structures from the ground up.
Absolutely.
Something we haven't had the luxury of that all the Victorian teams have.
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of such, pick 38, I believe it was on the rookie list last year.
Yes.
One little Lachlan Murphy. Now, one game, small sample size. I wanted to get that in. Took me episode 2 before I cracked it in. But Lachlan Murphy, I like him. I like him a lot.
Something about him. Yes. His tenacity, his pressure. He's got real footy smarts, I find, and quick, quite pacey.
Yeah, was that something he was known for?
Well, he played down back. He's been playing down back.
RORY lead position.
To our development.
Can't have two desks back there.
Well, the reason why he was overlooked in his draft is because he was too small. I think he's 180 centimetres, but These small players, what do? They give you pressure. What's the game relying on these days?
Absolutely, forward
turnover.
pressure and forward
Forward
pressure.
half turnover.
Yep.
It's crucial to have that in your side.
He can get the footy onto his foot too, just let you know quietly.
And a quick reflex.
Yeah. Actually, he did. He got another one off the ground there. Just reminiscent.
Toe poked it through.
Yep. But he
Good
had that.
stuff.
Here's a word I want to use.
Yes.
He's got goal sense. So whatever he's doing, and I think his instruction was see ball, get ball.
Yeah.
But whatever he's doing, again, small sample size, but he had a purpose. It wasn't just see ball, get ball. Every time he got the ball, he had an intention. He had intent.
Yeah, he did.
Which was either get it through those big sticks or get it onto someone else.
Yeah.
And I actually was, I must admit, and again, but I really like what I saw.
I said to you...
It'd be interesting against Paul Pear, how he goes against the old Paul Pear in a fortnight's time. But the intra-trial's coming up too, so people...
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday,
so
intra-club trial, that's going to be open to the public.
Time to be advised.
Yeah, TBA. TBA, TBA. What about some of the other players that you liked?
Look, Bryce Gibbs.
Bring it up.
Bryce Gibbs. I tell you what, I'm going to make a big call. Well, it's probably not a big call because we do have that ability to get the best out of the players we bring into our football club, do we not?
Especially from Carlton.
We seem to turn them into elite players.
Except we got to get Sauce across the line.
What their strengths are really supposed to be used for.
You mean their football skills?
That's right. But I think Gibbsy will make his first All-Australian this year.
Yeah, I thought he'd been an All-Australian before, but he hasn't.
He's never been an All-Australian.
BNF, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, he's
even only one of them.
Yeah, I think that was a little while ago as well.
It was a fair while ago.
And look...
Number 6 needs some luck.
Number 6 does, but for him and Matt Crouch to gel the way they did...
Tell you what, that consecutive number thing I was talking about, number 5 to number 6, number 5, number 6, number 5, number 6.
They combined Ali for a total 64.
Wow. Just between the two of them.
Yeah. Gibbs had a total of 28 and Crouch had a total of 36.
28 for someone that's his first actual hit out with his team that he's still learning. But Matty Crouch, I think, to be honest, Lachlan Murphy's now wearing, for people that are unaware, Lachlan Murphy's now wearing 44. Matty Crouch's old number still confuses me. I reckon it's confusing the players.
I think it might be.
Why he's getting so much of the pill. They go, there's Matty, give it to him. Chuck it on the left, off you go, son. But Matty, number 5, a little bit weird, I'm still adjusting. Not that I think it's Tomo, but it's just like, who dat? You see,
it looks out of place a little bit.
But then you see the way he runs and he kicks and he holds his hands when he kicks. It's Matty Crouch. Tape on the shoulder. Jeez, he's good.
I feel, Ali, that Gibbs is a bit of a luxury for us. I just feel...
He's that Rolls. You just bring him out the shed and just say, off you go.
But the other thing, when I talk about players knowing their roles, one thing that I really noticed yesterday was Sunday, that him and Matt Crouch were really communicating with one another in the centre square. Did you pick up on that?
I think that Bryce Gibbs is elite. And elite players, you can put them in any system and they adapt quickly. It's like someone that is that good in any sport can adapt up to other sports. You've heard of people doing that. That's why I think his system and play, like you said, it's quicker. But I reckon,
that's right. He did say that.
Yeah, the thing I said to you though, I think there'll be times when we need him, and he will probably under pressure slow the game down a bit. Sometimes for us, we've actually needed that.
We've missed it.
Someone that can be cool and come under pressure, because let's face it, from Carlton, he was under pressure a lot.
It was their number one prime mover, and then it was Cripps and then Murphy. So he comes in with an on-ball unit of Matt Crouch, who's All-Australian last year at 21, wins his first BNF. Then you got the brother, then you've got Sloan, and then you've got Gibbs. So
and then you got Duggsy, then you've got
Hugh Greenwood, then
Bratkins.
It releases pressure from him.
Yep.
So therefore, he's going to be able to play at a really, really good high level.
I know, I love it. The old Lucendale bull himself, the Fog.
Oh yes.
The Fog. So that is the Lucendale bull. That's Darcy Fogarty, number 32. Jeez, he looked good in that number 32.
And he looks good in 32, yeah, he does.
He's a big boy.
It's very good. He's a massive boy.
He can stick that old backside out and take the mark. He's actually, I'm wondering to see if they'll play him against Paul Pear. I don't think they will, to be brutally honest.
I doubt it, because Daniel Tarley, he come in for Daniel Tarley.
Yeah, it's the old DT, tweaked the ankle, but people kept forgetting, they kept saying, the Crows defence a bit weak, but they kept forgetting Cole Harnigan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's actually not everyone used to, ride Hardo. I think you were one of them, let's face it.
But, it was his kick that was questionable.
But he last year went to another level.
Yeah, when
he straightened up and got really well like that. And
he was good in that game.
I will agree with you on something, Anthony. Something you're not aware of. Seeds, I actually agree with you. I think Seeds' body shape. He's put on mass.
He's put on mass.
Upper body shape.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a gust of wind.
His arms are bigger. His legs are bigger.
Dave McKay. Nothing's changed. He looks identical from the day we drafted him. Rat looked a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
I know it's still early, so there could be a bit of that with it. But I tell you what, though, watching Oppo, but Nat 5.
Oh, he'll win the Brownlow this year if he can stay healthy and Freo have a couple of good wins.
He won't because it's
because you've been a losing team.
But, God, is he good to watch? I love watching him.
He's jumping. He's leaping.
Considering he come off a broken leg, my favourite loss we ever had was that time Phil Walsh put him and Dangerfield head to head. And we lost the game, but it was still... I came away from that feeling okay because... It was just watching Nat Fife. It's good to be able to just enjoy good players.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't actually like, as much as we can mock and muck around, I don't like good players getting injured because they're the reason you sit and watch the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
But back to JLT and, that tattoo you got to get. Some of the goals that were kicked. Chompers right near the end. El Capitan.
Toot, friggin' toot.
Chompers. I'll tell you, 10-goal Tommy Lynch.
Yeah.
He took a good pack mark, though, getting out over the back.
That's what I wanted to see. That was another thing that impressed me with Adelaide is we were challenged, but we were able to turn momentum around.
Well, it took us a while, though. Yeah. It's like turning the Titanic there in the third quarter. But we got there.
No, but you've got to think who was off the field at the time too.
Yeah, but
Sauce was off, Gibbs was off, Crouch was off, Brown was off.
Maluki.
Look, Ballantyne, he had a bit of a fun day, didn't he? Not.
No, not at all. What did you make of Gibson's game? We haven't talked about it.
No, it wasn't a day for wingers.
No.
I'm not going to judge anything with that.
No, because it didn't...
Wasn't a grand for wingers at all.
What about Signorello?
When he was on, I didn't see much of him. I didn't see much.
Well, again, more sample size. Tell you what I did like. I didn't like a ton of it, but I love their movement. I love the way they release the ball. I love the way they're getting into it. Mitch McGovern.
Oh, yeah, that Fort handball, which resulted into Murphy's goal, was elite, wasn't it?
And Curtly Hampton. Cam Ellis-Yeoman. Cam Ellis-Yeoman
coming
back
Rosemary
from an ACL.
Was right.
Maybe. No. But... Cam Ellis-Yeoman's body, he was getting into it. This time come back from an ACL, he was like now or never. And if he can bring that,
but that's the attitude he needs to bring.
He'll crack into the team.
Oh, absolutely he will. Because he could actually do a potential tagging role too.
Actually, yeah, because that nice long reach. Him and Hugh Greenwood got that really long reach.
They do.
I really like that about him.
But I think Hugh Greenwood's a little bit ahead of him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not denying that in any way, shape or form. Even little pufferfish.
Do you know he went at 86% by foot?
Kelly. He's so underrated. And then Boccacini.
Please.
Get the name.
Sandy Roberts, this is a memo to you.
Yeah.
It is not Cheney.
It's not.
It's Cheney?
Yeah, why would his nickname be Boccacini or Fettuccine? No, it's Boccacini, Fettuccine. Jeepers creepers. You know me,
and
some of the names. Yep.
These commentators getting players' names wrong as well. Like, it's just not no, like calling them different names.
Yeah.
When
just
it's not even that player. Like,
they did that as well.
Get your facts
someone
right.
else, they called that one. They went, that was actually someone else.
Well, it's not good enough. They've got a job to do.
Well, he's not even
They're commentators. They got a job to do. So
you had one job.
Start your research.
You had one job.
Or adjust your binoculars.
Yeah. I think that's Well, okay. Here's a question to you.
Yeah.
Lachlan Murphy.
Yeah.
Jordan Galuge.
No.
Do you reckon there's pressure on between those two?
At the moment, I'm picking Murphy ahead of Galucci. I haven't seen enough of Galucci.
Yeah, because AFLX isn't a really good way.
No, he wasn't.
Murphy got into AFLX too,
yeah,
didn't
he kicked a great goal on the boundary with his left foot. There's something about this kid, Ali.
I know.
This is the kid
who... Write him down, rookie. Now, but for other people that aren't aware...
He is going to win a...
No, he's not winning a
Norm Smith one.
But there's something that I had to bring Anthony up to speed with. Yes, I know that's a miracle in itself. I had to teach Anthony something. Is that the AFL teams can actually play Category A rookies this year, without the need to upgrade.
And I reckon that's fantastic.
Oh, I think it's fabulous. They still get paid. Well, they still get paid well.
Realistically, they do the same amount of work as the senior listed players, so why shouldn't they be able they do well? Well, they should be able to play as well.
Exactly.
Don't wait for a long-term injury.
And if you pick someone that's a bit of a dud, you can go back to the... And let's face it, we did have a bit of...
We don't have any duds on our list.
I didn't say us.
We're all blue chippers on our list.
Yeah, but I think one thing that you mentioned, we've got a bit of depth coming through.
Absolutely, we've got depth.
Because Freo were nearly at full strength.
Yeah, I think they were missing two or three of their best.
And we're missing a fair few.
And Rossline had to justify a few things.
Yeah, but that's normal for him.
He doesn't give us any credit whatsoever.
Nah. Now...
Phlogosaurus.
I've got to...
He's such a dinosaur. He's like...
Nah, he's actually quite funny. But
not on
telly. But not on telly. Not on
actually, I seen a different side of Rossline on the front bar.
There you go. We've watched that AFL show that they had where they interviewed all before Sando got sacked. They did all the coaches. He was actually fascinating. Rossline, I saw a whole different side to him, and he was also laughing about the Sando thing, aren't you? And they were like, Sando's like, this is the best job in the world, and then it's got 2 weeks later, Brent Sanderson was sacked.
Terminated.
Laugh about it now, not at the time. Okay, I got a question for you.
Sando had me fooled.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Here's a little thing. We did it last week. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
I on
RORY.
Okay.
Alright, here we go.
Okay. Now, today's episode of Eye on RORY is brought to you by annoying media personalities and annoying media topics. Okay, for today, Channel 7 running this epic story. RORY reveals.
Oh, yeah.
RORY's revealing.
Here we go.
He was coming
I was all pumped for this too, Ali. I was like...
We thought, here is the answer to the question that everyone's been asking, from my pet dog, Mr. Shelby, through to your dog, Solomon, that you haven't even got yet.
Haven't got him yet.
But that's the question. That's how big the questions were. Eye on RORY.
I was getting out on the street by with my... What do they call those things?
I don't know. What do you
know?
Megaphone.
Yeah, my megaphone.
You're ready to
RORY's
announce
saying.
and they went into this in depth, and they're going to reveal all this stuff. And they interviewed RORY. What did RORY talk about?
The Oz kick. Come on, Theo. Pull your finger out, mate.
All it was speculative suggestion. His teammates believe. I'm like, which teammates? Back where? At the Crows? His teammates believe lately, in the last couple of weeks, recently, you might be saying, even Victoria clubs have been changing their mind. But they're all going to have a dib at him anyway. And I'm like, so you're having
one foot in one camp and your foot in the other.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
And then the last time, of course, they were just asking the captaincy question. And then there was one of our favourite got to kick a moo cow people, Kane's pie hole with things that come out of it.
Kane's pie hole.
But with Kane, right, Auntie and I will admit we got this wrong. There was this big story that, only just by going off the headlines we can make up. We can go off.
We were on the phone to each other. Bloody hell, Alex. This is good. Bloody Kane's opening his mouth again.
Was it Kane? No, it was just the headline. And it was just that, they got to offer him the captaincy. And because that's better than Tex. And I'm like, yeah, because we were starting to go, yeah, but Tex has been captain picked by all his peers as captain of the year 2 years in a row. And all the Adelaide media are just going, you can't Tex shouldn't be captain. You're going to give it to RORY. And I'm like, yes, because that's a great way to make a player feel like they're wanted, is we'll give her the captaincy. Other clubs may do that. We do not. And I stand by that.
The Crows have got integrity, all right?
And Pikes looks so pissed that they asked that question. Good on him.
He was quite annoyed. He was offended.
And so he should have been.
And I'd expect my senior coach to be offended by such comment.
Yeah. I think you're fair. Here's another thing for you, Anne. Just moving on from that.
Twitter
twits. Who's Twitter twits for the week?
Yeah.
Who's our Twitter twits? Got anyone?
Twitter twits.
Twits, yes. Anyone crack on Twitter? I've got a tweet. Actually, not someone I want to crack. It's just an interesting one that came out this afternoon. But
Mitch Cleary. I don't know if we spoke about him last week.
You just want to clip him every week.
But he is the biggest. You know what? He has put the biggest down on the Melbourne Football Club women's team.
He's mocked them.
He has mocked them because since he's put that tweet out saying that by far Melbourne are the best team.
Streets ahead.
Then
they went across the road.
They've gone across the road.
They got hit like Frogger.
you know,
they got hit.
They have been really, really poor. And
they
even
got major names out?
No, they even got beaten by Collingwood. Now, that's saying something.
That's
Collingwood have been a pretty poor.
We haven't played Collingwood.
But in saying that, Mitch Cleary...
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you might want to watch
Captain Flogosaurus.
Your backside in Melbourne, because if
it's
Melbourne don't make the grand final, you'll be coming up with
pitchforks. I still think they're well and truly in the frame.
Oh, they are, but they're not streets ahead. It's Brisbane. Brisbane and the Bulldogs are the team streets ahead.
Brisbane, right?
You did.
Everyone shouted.
But hang on, tweet to the week.
Tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week.
Yeah, make sure you get that right.
That Wushner from the Brisbane Lions.
Woosha, yeah.
She really needs to
settle down.
Really settle and calm the farm.
She looks like. There's a photo of Orange is the New Black. They had Pensatucky in there, and she did that, the tongue out the side of her mouth and everything. And I tweeted her once with it, and I said, "You look like Pensatucky." So she sent me the picture where Pensatucky was all like looking like a crack.
She needs to
what? And all that. She goes, "You mean this?" Went, "No, not quite like that." She got quite offended, but she's on the lip and bit mouthy.
And she needs to watch what she says on Twitter.
Yeah, no, let her go. She's an upload.
She's getting herself into hot water. I tell you.
That's me digging a hole.
She's digging herself a hole, but I think it's quite hilarious because she's writing stupid stuff.
Yeah, but sing when
and she needs to realise that she is an AFL player now.
Sing when you're winning. That's the one. Now, is there anything else? Oh, here's a stat for you.
Yeah. You got one?
Yeah. I'll come back to the Shouter. The Shouter put out as you probably heard,
the Shouter goes alright, by the way. I love it because he gets stuck into the pair fans.
And Kane and a few others. And Breach.
And Cleary.
So the Shouter, you're on our A list.
You're up here, mate.
Yeah. But it's alleged. We'll go with alleged.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there was racist comments in the crowd at the Poor Pair JLT game.
Yeah.
And allegedly, and this was in the crowd, two other members of the crowd, allegedly it was either a family member or a friend of a family member of a current player. Now, that's not anything against if it ever comes out the player, because, they can't control what's going on out there, but it's the reaction that the old Poor Pair hierarchy are taking, because this person apparently a member. What are they actually going to do about it? Because you had someone cracking into you. Correct me if I'm wrong, Anthony. Someone was cracking you. Cracking the one little Anthony with your dirty bits from the start.
I love my mates.
But
check me out on Twitter.
They were cracking into you about Poor Pair's, the old London Indigenous program. I was going to say, going by all the racist stuff that keeps happening at Poor Pair Indigenous in games and rounds and everything else, I say it's not quite working.
No, it's not. And
because I think they need to turn it from the players to actually start educating their fans.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying the Crows fans are above it. There's idiots in every crowd.
There's an idiot in every supporter base.
But they seem to be wearing the hat a lot more often than others. Would that be fair?
Absolutely. And for this Port supporter to come and have a crack me to say that they've got the leading Indigenous program in the competition, I'm going to start. It might be within their own four walls,
and judged by them.
But externally, it's not a good look.
No.
So go back and have a bit of a review
when your
of your
Australian
Indigenous
captain
program
has got done for cracking someone.
Yeah, exactly.
And in trouble with the police. And
there's been
all these others. Jarman MPs, all that.
Crashing into cars
and doing donuts and stuff. That stuff does not make it look like
bananas.
But that stuff, but if we just stick to the players have had enough trouble. Nathan Cracker and all them.
Yeah.
To me, that doesn't show that the Indigenous program. Vandenberg's great. I actually really like him, but.
Well, he's the leading. He leads this program, Ali. So he needs to start reviewing something.
Yeah, well, they need to start reviewing the players.
Yeah.
But enough talk about Poor Pair.
Well, no.
Although, can I mention one stat?
Yeah.
Just to keep the counter going, it's now 589 days since the Poor Pair have beaten a Type A side.
And you know what?
Bang.
This mob,
yeah.
This team, Port Adelaide, Ken Hinkley come out and said that he does not want to tag bullies, flat track bullies.
They are.
Until they can prove, and they got to stop. Look, I don't care how they want to play, but if you want to go chip, sideways, turn the ball over. Oh no, the opposition scored. You're going to have a hell of a year.
Well, any more chips and you'll be in the chip shop.
You'll be turning into a Smith's chip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Any death riding for Carlton or Melbourne at the moment?
Oh, Melbourne look pretty good, but I haven't seen Melbourne. They play Wednesday night, so...
Defrauding. You mean Carlton?
Carlton. Melbourne look pretty good. That Petrarca.
I know, but we didn't get him, and he signed for 2 years, so he can just go. Okay, round the traps. Round the traps, Anthony. Other teams, injuries. Ablett's tweaked a hammy.
He's done a hamstring,
Jake
but he won't.
Stringer's
But he
got the
doesn't
worst
want to
hair in the
travel.
league. Even with blood running down, he
Even
still looks like a git.
He doesn't. He's trying to be a ringer.
But he's not even like. He's in a new club. Put it away. Become part of the culture and the team before you start pulling that out of there. It still looks like me. Would that be, correct me if I'm wrong?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And also thinking of the SA lad there too, with Essendon, when we were having a debate for in the trade period.
Aaron Francis.
Yeah, Aaron Francis, he's stepped back for a while from football. And I just hope he's a great talent, and I really hope he gets some help and support that he needs so he can get back to playing football, be it at Essendon, be it wherever, that he can actually get back to it. So Aaron, wish you luck there.
MRP, Robbie Gray's got that 1 week suspension.
I think he's quite lucky. I'd take that and run all the way to the bank. Although you challenged them to challenge it.
Yeah, I
want them to lose money.
I just want Port to lose money out of their soft cap.
Fair enough. I suppose I've got a few minutes only, and that's all I'm going to need to talk about AFLW.
Oh yeah.
Because we didn't get to do the podcast because you were crook, but we had that magnificent win with the return to playing Erin Phillips. I mean, she's creepers. Was she's spectacular?
Great. She's great.
Bums on seats. I got to be in the Guard of Honour. I helped them win the game. I reckon that's me.
Did you do a bit of a bum tap on
No, just me being on the ground. I think that was it.
You were the present.
Yeah, and Lisa McCoy. We were sitting there.
The presents they required.
Oh, that was I motivated them. I was
well done.
Woo! Thank you, Anthony. Yeah. And I videoed and I've put it up for people in case you're listening first time on our YouTube channel, Two Crows Podcast on YouTube. Yeah. I've actually got video footage of behind the goals and fan reactions to actual Erin's goal.
Yeah.
Now, getting into more sadder things was the game on the weekend. The draw was a loss in my eyes.
It was a loss.
Because
it was a loss, Ali.
It's kept us 7th on the ladder, and don't laugh. I think you might as well say season over. It's going to take a miracle for us to.
Oh, there's no way we're even going to defend our premiership.
And that's really sad for me.
They've been really poor this year.
The only two good things that came out of that game, Northie. 21 tackles.
That was impressive, wasn't it?
More than
most
anybody.
In any league.
Men, women, any level of professional. 21 Northie. Wet conditions. It was like someone said it's like she's wearing Free Hugs t-shirt. Running around grabbing people. And Chelsea Randall, considering the way we haven't played, we've only won one game, she's now leading the Coach's Champion Player of the Year award.
No, well done, Chelsea.
And for some, one game we've won, she's leading it. Do you see some of the footage, some of the way she backs into market?
Oh, she's courageous as they come.
She's Gummo and Cramey trying to just, they were going toe to toe.
They were going toe to toe.
Cramey won't take it back a second. Nigel Gummo either.
No,
step.
Did you by any chance see that? I did laugh, and I shouldn't have.
Did you laugh like hilariously,
yeah, I did.
or just a little bit?
It was a big.
Maniacal
That
laugh.
Irish girl.
No, did she do a jig?
No.
Did she do the straight arms? I missed it.
Didn't you see how she didn't give the ball back and she just put the ball on the ground and it resulted into a 50?
Oh.
I laughed so hard it wasn't funny.
Because she was being polite. And it didn't work.
No, she doesn't understand.
There's no redeeming.
And then that Kate Sheehan was...
Tweet of the week. Well, we could have just lined her up and just whatever Kate's been putting out, whatever I'm putting down, she ain't picking up. Whatever she's putting down, I ain't picking up.
Kate Sheehan.
She's got to just learn to watch her a
bit. She just needs to watch
Play
what she says.
AFL for 2 seconds and she's got an opinion. Your dad's the journalist, not you, love.
Exactly.
Love. Oh, patronising. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
I can get away with that.
No, but that Kate Sheehan was saying, it's not her fault, she doesn't know the rules. Well, I'm thinking, hang on a minute.
Football. What about
She's
everyone
playing
else?
Football. She should know the damn rules.
Yeah.
Like, that's a cop-out.
You've got a lot of dual code athletes.
Yeah.
As opposed to cross code athletes with dual code, they can play more than one sport.
Have you seen how she turned like this Irish woman, stands on the side and puts the ball for a goal like she does in Gaelic
like
football.
Did it work?
It worked.
Well, there you go. I'm not going to stop it.
And why did we allow that ball to go through for a point? I knew that was game over. I knew it was going to be a draw from then on because we couldn't even get territory.
Yeah, Yeah, but we had
Can
a lot
I
of
just
ball.
say-
Wait a minute, we had a lot of ball in the first, we had a lot of ball in the final, just couldn't get it on the board.
No, because they can't pick the ball up. It frustrates me, Ali. It really, really frustrates me. That should be the skill where they should be able to just pick the ball up. The GWS players could mark the ball in the wet. We were dropping marks. It was like going through like a basketball net.
What did I tell you last week that how I wanted them to practice? What did we both say, actually?
We've been on record
Wet.
of saying putting balls into buckets of water
Practice.
and throw them on the ground as a ground ball and just practice.
Do you know what? We're going to crack into it this weekend. We're going to have a great game. Last home game.
No,
I'm going to try and get guard of honour again, just so we can get.
I'm worried.
I'm trying to get us across the line, Ant. I'm trying to get in guard of honour. Crows, if you listen, get on there.
Get on
I'll
that
be there.
field.
I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll take a shot if I have to.
Yeah, please.
We'll get there. But also just some other AFLW news. A Carlton recruiter packed bags, walked out the door. Something's not right down there.
No, something's
They've
not right.
only just lost one main player, isn't it? Oh,
well, they lost.
Can I crack
Harris.
someone? I want to crack Kate Sheehan. Ali's anvil.
Again.
It's going to drop.
We're going Kate Sheehan again.
I am. But this one's specific.
The Bulldogs are going to take the flag out this year.
I think they could actually be a very good chance, even with their injuries, which shows a good system.
Well, that girl to kick
But,
8 goals.
except for Susan Alberti that wasn't let into the grounds, but that's another issue.
What?
Yeah, through the players' members area. Her and the other CEO of the board are a bit loggerheads. And, yeah, there's a bit of a... There's stuff going
Peter
on in the
Gordon?
background. Yep. And Susan Alberti.
Yeah, but that's Peter Gordon. He's a controversial...
Yeah, he's one of those. Anyway, I want to crack Kate Sheehan. Can I do that?
Yeah.
She was running around saying Darcy Vesio leave her out 1-on-1 on the square against Carlton, who had absolutely smoked. Isn't that where the players kicked 7 goals from the
Yeah,
Bulldogs?
it's the most in any game.
Yeah. 73
No,
points.
yeah.
73 points.
Yeah.
Oh, let's leave Darcy Vesio in the square. Why?
What? Yes.
Why
I commented on that.
Why?
I commented on that.
Get her up on the ball. I've seen
Get her on ball. That's what I said. Why do you want her in the goal square when you're not getting the ball down there? Get her on ball.
I said that.
Yeah, no, I tweeted on that too.
Yeah, I think we're both on the same one. You've got great players. Look, leave her in the goal square when you play
I
the
like
Crows.
Darcy Vesio.
Leave her in the goal square when you play the Crows. Absolutely fine.
Absolutely
Don't
fine.
care. But you want to see good players play well, especially in the women's league. It's very short. I don't want injuries.
Still two conditions.
I don't want injuries to top end players. I want to see them all in flight, so you can get to see your Erin Phillips, so your Darcy Vesios, your Brianna Davies, your Katie Brennans, and all that. You want to see them play.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Darcy Vesio, get her up on the ball.
Your Paxman, you know that.
Yeah. Get him up on the ball. Still not in no Chelsea Randall, but get him up on the ball.
Chelsea Randall, yeah.
Champion.
Exactly. Although, yeah, no, I agree.
You do?
Absolutely, I agree. Because
who is Daisy Pearce has dropped down the championship rankings. No offence, Daisy, we're just hanging out on other people that are we're just blowing their horns.
It's not her
Chelsea
fault.
Randall is a champion.
It's
media.
It's the media who has blown her up to be this.
Oh wait, have we cracked the media
player.
enough tonight? We had our media meltdown.
The media, you know the biggest. All right, just before we wrap up, I've got this comment that
We've only gone 3
once
minutes
again,
over
Mitch
time.
Cleary said he.
Kate Sheehan and Mitch Cleary, we should get
This
their
is
own
what
segment.
really bugged me with a comment he said on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Someone was cracking him about why you always want to report on the negative stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you always want to report negative stuff?
Was that you?
No,
asking
it
that?
wasn't me. No,
Just
it wasn't me.
double-checking.
But I wanted to ask him that same question. But someone asked him, you know what he turned around and said via Twitter?
No.
Oh, the club's write enough positive stuff anyway. Someone has to do it.
Oh, okay, so what he's saying is...
So he has to be inflammatory and the newsbreaker.
You love the word inflammatory, don't you?
Well, he is. It's just
And
it's
they
good
usually
mates.
say it about Kane.
He's good mates with Kane Corns. I swear that
Inflammatory
him and
Aren't they
Kane
both Croc
Corns
media?
ring each other. Yeah,
Aren't
they're
they
both
Croc
Croc media.
Haven't they just
Hey.
ruined Croc Media's ratings?
Mitch.
Haven't they just ruined Croc Media's ratings? That's dropped off.
Well,
terribly.
I think
Kane Corns
since gone
interstate.
SEN, that's dropped down immensely.
Mm.
Kane Corns just opens
You
his
just
mouth.
love annoying him.
Like, Kane Corns thinks that being honest is a good thing, but sometimes what comes out of your mouth is just...
There's being honest, and there's telling the
there's
truth,
being-
and then there's just...
Just trying to get headlines. You know, you're headline grabbing.
Ruchi,
Yeah, that's...
your mate.
Rooch.
Oh, Rooch,
He's
your pie
already-
hole. Rooch
No,
is
he's
pie
such
hole.
a pie hole.
Hasn't he already cracked on? It just
I wish
we are
he
going to
just-
get there. He's cracked on that Tom Lynch, as soon as the JLT game finished,
Demanding.
which gives him no credit, which is, it's really for the younger.
His agenda.
It's for the younger players to make their mark. It's not about pure form, right?
No.
And he comes out straight away. Tom Lynch, is jumping up his value from the JLT series. And I'm like, if that was a Pair game, you're going to be jacking up Ollie Wines' value. There's just so much rubbish that he writes. So much rubbish that he writes. I'm going to have that. Richie and Kane Corns, their pie hole. That's going to be a little segment periodically.
And I think our listeners will like that too. Because,
I do. Well, we do.
Yeah, we do.
We've got our eye on Rory.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do things like that. Rory. But anywho, I think for tonight we've cracked into a few. We've cracked a fair few, actually.
Cracked a few. Yeah. That's what we do on this podcast.
Yeah.
We speak honestly and
we do. We
just
do.
really give our opinion on what we think of people.
We do. Good or bad. Oh, by the way, I do just to mention across the road one more time only. The old Pair latte.
Yes.
I know.
Them.
Yeah, I know. And this is where it's rubbed off on me.
Come on.
But can I mention something? Can I mention something? Now they played wet toast, right?
Yeah.
For the JLT.
Yeah.
They went to their preferred position of losing by 2 points to wet toast.
They've got two. And it wasn't in the shoe we had high either.
No, actually he did get a head high.
He did get one.
He did.
But it was
he lifted his arm.
But it was
it's pure not.
But it was a Lewis Jetta 60-metre bomb.
That was a bloody good kick.
Oh, he's got talent, Lewis Jetta.
But that I'll be honest, Shuey, he should have got a free kick against him for that. He self-wooded it.
Yeah, absolutely.
West Bulldogged it.
But the Latte Bushrangers and Wet Toast, they're really building a rivalry with one another.
I love it.
It's almost becoming like the Sydney West Coast rivalry back in the early noughties.
Well, we need some other things to go along. The Melbourne media, bear in mind, are going to try and make it a Crows Richmond thing, which we won't care about. No. Even if we beat them in the final.
Do we really have any rivalries with it? Bulldogs, probably?
Yeah, possibly the Bulldogs, but Pair. Sydney, because they often beat us.
Yeah, but
not really a rivalry.
I think we respect
like a
them,
niggle.
though.
Yeah, you mean like a pure niggle.
We don't really have...
Melbourne started being. That might go up a notch.
That might go up a notch.
Because of Bernay Vince. Yeah. That happened.
Well, Bernie, how many finals have you played in since you've been in Melbourne?
I don't.
0.0.
I love Bernie. Love Bernie.
No, he had to get out of that.
Yeah, exactly. But anywho, we've waxed lyrical enough.
He wasn't a very good culture fit.
He wasn't a culture fit. He's taken it all the way over there. So what are you expecting for JLT2, just to wrap this up?
I think we'll expect our stars to be back. Bet, Sloan, Talia, Hardigan, Douglas to be back.
Mm-hmm. Well, Green will get a shot.
Depending how he goes with his ankle.
Do you reckon we're not going to go full 10-10s, being the old Pair Latte Bushrangers?
I will let them have that win, and then they can really talk themselves up.
They can get some belief.
Footy and they can really, look, we're smoking these monkeys.
They'll probably use that term too, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's how they roll.
They're still not educated enough. But how do you think we'll go? I reckon it will be just to ease the players into. I'm actually not expecting a win.
I am.
I'd love to go and absolutely smoke them.
I think we will. Well, we're playing down at Alberton.
I ain't going there.
I'm not going there.
No.
My shoes will catch on fire.
Yeah, no, I ain't going there. It's not fun for. It's not fun for us.
It's not good for us.
It's not fun.
Unless
And I think because of all the other stuff that's happened, I think it's actually made it a little bit uglier for people to want to go. But other people, get around it. Get around it.
Go and support the boys. Just outnumber them.
Yeah.
Sure you
Won't
can.
be hard, all two of them.
Well, in saying that, I think there were 6,000 people at the Strathalbyn Oval and there was 4,000 people at...
I heard the bakery. I saw this fabulous story. I got to remember who it was from on Facebook. And just to wrap it up,
was that Andrew Jarman?
Darren Jarman.
Darren.
And they said, the bakery was expecting to make the year high profit because Darren Jarman was coming down the Strat. And people believe these stories. They're like little just mock
Was
things.
that wasn't that West Lakes
Journal?
Yeah,
the West Lakes Journal. That's it, West Lakes Journal on Facebook. Have a look. They've just got satirical stories and just it's just silly stories. But the amount of people that jump on it and read it and think it's true is hilarious. So get around it as well. But anyway, for tonight, 2 Crows, episode 2. Hashtag 2 Crows.
2 Crows, and we'll
Twitter.
see you next week, guys.
Yeah, we'll be back around it. And catch us on YouTube. At 2 Crows Podcast on YouTube.
Or on at 2 Crows Podcast at
Twitter.
On Twitter.
2 Crows at 2 Crows Podcast.
TWO.
TWO Anthony.
Yeah.
We out. and we'll play a little song to get you through the night.
Beautiful. Listen to Alien Ants Radio.
See you, Pete.
Cheers, bye.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up, and they stay there.